Hey Tiki fam, coming to you live from the other basement office, the Tiki Bar, which is where our logo and name come from, just in case you're ever curious. But this video coming up is pretty cool. I wanted to explore a little bit more about Midwestern car culture, specifically here in Wisconsin and Northern Illinois. Certainly there is a lot of great cars and coffee ahead when the season hits, but the first real meet is Dropdown Customs here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. They put on a heck of a show, and here's a little bit more about that. And then afterwards we get some wonderful special guests out from New Jersey. This is the famous Veronica Wheels and her partner Kit, who are more than happy to spend some time down here and also check out the crazy 80s car museum. So stay tuned. There's some great stuff working for you here, and I'd love to have you stick around and check it all out. Tiki Bunny coming to you live from American Family Field, where we are at the Dropdown Customs kickoff event. So we are about to see a lot of extraordinarily customized automotive pieces of art. A lot of stuff that is straight up one of one. And you know what? We're going to kick it off with this really cool Honda Accord wagon. Slammed to the ground on some teal painted calipers too. Let's go. Very, very nice. Big audio system in the back. 5-speed stick up front, because of course it is. Chroma match intake and engine cover. Really, really love that color. Okay, we do have some awesome JDM stuff here. I do want to highlight that. Really hoping that the music isn't going to copyright strike me, but we'll see. All right, you know what? Let's check out this Toyota Crown here, because this thing is where it's at. Look at this. We got seat doilies inside, proper side steering wheel, really slim wheels. There we go. Crown Royal Saloon, proper. Shout out to these guys. Paint is clean. Looks like a Virginia tag and title, as expected. But yeah, this thing is fire. All right, good way to kick it off. Let's see what else we got. Oh, we got some mini trucking with a pink S10. Awesome. Oh, an Evo. It's built. Oh, which side's the steering wheel on? Ah, incorrect side, but still really cool car. Oh, wow. Nice big red buckets. Oh, the size of these tires. Oh, wow, yeah. You see the stoplight? You're just done. You're done. There's a lot of cool stuff out here. Not a whole lot of JDM, unfortunately enough, but enough to highlight. I think I see a chaser up there. Maybe two chasers. We'll check those out. Oh yeah, Tour V. This is where it's at. Very cool custom plate. Dazzling wheels. Look at these things. Side skirts. There's your guy on Insta, if you want to follow them. Signed on the dash. Poster board there. Cool TRD wheel. Oh yeah. Workmeister S1s look so good on this. Paint's clean. Body kit. It's fire. And then we got a purple one right next to it. Oh man, it looks good. Same thing. Same set of Workmeister S1s. Just great wheels. Great color. Oh, inside and out. Purple Recaros. Dash is also signed. Purple shifter. Wow. Big wing in the back. Just appreciate these. Two chasers just sitting here next to each other in Milwaukee. Awesome. Across the way. Steering wheel is on the incorrect side, but at the same time, let's just appreciate all of the magnificent detail in this Civic. Wow. There is no room whatsoever. It looks like the front bumper is actually touching the ground. So you know this one's just tuned out of its mind. See what we got back here? Oh, yeah. Oh, man. This thing's a superhero. I love it. It looks fantastic. And again, it's USDM, but you guys find a cleaner Datsun pickup anywhere in the States, and you buy it. I mean, look at these wheels. Bed liner, super duper clean, well done. The paint is flawless. It's so clean. Very clean. And of course, what kind of show would we be at if we did not have a custom R32? I mean, sitting on rays, Nismo brakes, hood pins, tow hook properly installed. The red is fantastic. Original badging. Little carbon down there. Godzilla up on the center console. Dragon Ball Z shifter. We got a PS2 in the dash. Oh, this wheel too. Look at these details. 46,000 kilometers on there. Oh, an HKS pillow back there. The air filter pillow. You know. If you know, you know. It's legit. Big old exhaust, carbon bits, nice splitter, LED taillights blinking. Let's just appreciate this GTR and that carbon wang. Rear wiper delete, as is tradition. Oh yeah. Just take it in. And it wouldn't just be any event without at least one Tiki Bunny car here. So this is an Acti that we brought in last year. One of the event organizers. This one is featured on Way Before the Fame and Mendy Imports video. And this thing's cleaned up real nice. Got tire mud on there. Cali plates. Get the bed mat in there. There we go, get the big tear in the seat, which reminds you that it's the right one. But this was actually owned by a customer. They needed to come over. I was more than happy to help them out and make it a reality. So even if you've already got a car in Japan, you let me know. I'll bring it here. We'll get it registered and we will make it shine. Of course, if you're in the Milwaukee area, you know this car. This dazzling Q60S owned by Megan Mack. Just everything about this car is clean and smooth. Check out their Instagram right there.
Gabby, come here.
This is just everything about this car is just perfect. I mean, you can see the hollow stripe on this. Just a good looking car no matter what. If you ever see this car driving around Milwaukee, give them a wave. It's worth taking a look at, worth listening to, let me tell you. All right, we got one of the event organizers' other cars, R32 GTR, and this thing is customized. Nismo wheels. If you're watching my videos in Japan, you know what those things run. Badging, huge exhaust, quick disconnect wheel. Oh, don't put one of these in your pocket when you're shooting YouTube videos. You'll spill it down your leg like an idiot. Nice bride seats. Back seats deleted. Really cool. Got the gauges. Here it is. Oh, wow. Look at the flex on this. Purple and white. Clear case. Wow. Just excellent. If you know, you know on this one. HKS mat on the side. Perfect. Well, shout out to Jenner and this awesome Godzilla. Well done. You know what's up, my dude. This car is just awesome. Another shout out to this guy. Because this is no joke. Look at the size of these wheels. The deepest wheels I've ever seen. Look at this. I can get all the way to my wrist in here and not touch anything. Wow. Front and rear. The arrow on this. Serious business, folks. Whoa. absolutely wacky. Absolutely cool. Black on black. Just looks fantastic. Huge wing. Great license plate. Well done. This thing rules. And I mean, if you're wondering why my voice sounds a little bit different than it does in some of these clips, it's because there was so much music in the background that there was nothing I could do to drown it out. So just enjoy these. Alright, there's one thing that I've not shown you guys. And that is this. The legend itself. R34 GTR V-Spec in Midnight Purple. Everything about this bleeds cool. And is expensive as all heck. Buckets, clean, computer system, doubled in, 5-speed, awesome. Just appreciate this for what it is. Just a moment, just take it in and go with it. This is about as close as most people are going to get to one of these things, so if you ever get to see one in person, look at the light off the paint. You can definitely tell why this stuff is legendary, this combo. Just because it is, in fact, that good. Big Brembo brakes, GTR wheels. Oh, it's almost green on this side when the sun catches it just right here. Just an absolute unit. Worth its weight, that's for sure, absolutely. And of course, we're not done. Because not only do we have an R34, we have an S15. Chilling out right here. A little bit of camber to the front wheels. Really cool ESR wheels. Quick disconnect. Steel knobs in the shifter. Car's area speakers. Doubled in. OG Japan. What a flex. Debadged. Type R? Is it a Type S? Who knows? It looks great. Looks like the wrap was hastily done, but that's okay. This thing's a drift missile. It's not a show car. I think it's kitted out to just absolutely smoke people in drift racing. There you go.
If y'all think the chase is actually the manufacturer, let's do it again. All at the same time.
Alright, good morning from Dwight, Illinois. We are here at the crazy 80s car museum, ready to check out some amazing stuff.
Never seen an 80s car before.
You've never seen an 80s car before? Oh yeah, we really don't know what to expect, but hey, we're about to see some really great stuff in there, I'm sure. First of all, AW11 MR2 is always going to be cool, even if the steering wheel is on this side. Because it's a manual transmission too. Just everything about the MR2 of this generation is awesome across the board. There's just no way around it. And then over here, we have a Nissan NX Pulsar in Japan. And again, a car that was ubiquitous in the 80s and 90s that is just no longer anywhere except rotten on people's front lawns. Truly amazing. There are just cars stashed everywhere in here, behind walls, around corners, back to back. And here we go, Mazda RX-7 in this like peanut butter orange. Just an excellent condition. But ironically, like, so many of these cars in here are not darlings of the show floor. Let's see if we can see in here. Ouch. I can't really see the Odo, but I don't think there's many cars in here that are under 100,000 miles. The one that I've seen the most mileage on right now is well over 200. So these cars were all driven, they were all loved, and they're enjoying their retirement in this really cool little facility. There are a lot of very cool things stashed away in every nook and corner. Like this Honda, what do they call it? Like PA50, but you know, if you're a JDM fan, you know this is a Cub. But they've got, I mean, mainly American stuff in here, but like every now and again you just have the Saab 9000, which is just awesome. And again, these cars are driven. You can see they've got paint chips up here, but they're in good enough shape to be in here without question. And most of these are as original as possible. I mean, look at this. One of the original Hyundai generations in the United States.
What year is it?
Which one, the Saab?
No, currently, what year is it?
Oh, it's 2025.
Huh?
I know, none of us want it to be, but it is what it is. So, Hyundai Excel, one of the true first generation cars that Hyundai
This was my mom's first car.
I don't doubt it, because
I've never seen one in person.
these cars were dirt cheap. They were made well enough.
She's like, I wanted a 300 ZX. And then she ended up with one of these.
Yeah, and the blue on blue on blue.
And then she rolled it.
Automatic transmission. How do you roll a Hyundai Excel?
She, there was a tow truck that had like freshly put their lights on in the right lane, so she swerved over and hit the concrete swoopy dividers.
That
and
would
went
make
right
sense.
up and over.
That's a teeth sucker right there. Meanwhile, Oldsmobile, what is this? Is this a Tornado? What is this? Tornado, I'm sorry. But
This is
over here, we've got a Saab Sonnet. As I was just saying earlier, this is the slowest, fast-looking car that you can get. I mean, first of all, I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but it's just like somewhere between a burgundy and a magenta, which is amazing. And then, like, it's incredibly tiny. And that little four-banger up front, like, look, the hood doesn't even...
Herbie's motor is larger in
It is so small. First of all, look at the gear pattern of this. You can see that. Let's see, let the camera adjust a little bit. There you go. Little 4-speed on there. And like, they're not good cars. They're just not, but they're iconic and they look so cool. And this is just the back room. Like, I'm not going to show you everything, because if you have the opportunity to be here in Central Illinois, by all means, come down here and check this out.
I know everyone wants to be in Central Illinois.
Yeah, everybody does not want to be in Central Illinois. That's okay. Because, like, Nissan Stanza wagon, like, of course, down here, like, you can check this out. Like, true minivan potential here with the slider. It's locked, unfortunately enough, but 4-wheel drive. Just, these used to be everywhere. To those who grew up in the last 20 years, I'm sorry that you were not able to have vehicles like this to grow up in, but like, it's just a big old utility box, and they were just unstoppable, with the exception of rust, because that badge in the 80s and 90s meant you were going to have a ton of rust no matter what you were doing with it. But these were everywhere when we were growing up, and so many of them just rotted out. I mean, so many of the cars in here just rotted out despite hundreds of thousands of miles on them, and there was just nothing you could do about it. But yeah, there's rotating stock here as well, so by all means come check it out, and don't be afraid to come back, because he's gonna swap a bunch of new stuff out, because they've got a bunch of stuff in storage, to a point where they're going to also be showing cars off in a downtown Chicago location coming up. Chevy Nova, Mercury, whatever this is. The late 70s are definitely my automotive black hole. Oh, it's a Bobcat. Cute rainbow. Like this thing. This is what, a Sterling 827. I mean, if I just covered up the badges and I said this is a Honda Accord, would you believe me? The one thing that I did want to show over here was one of Japan's finest creations of the era. This is Isuzu Impulse. And this car looks pretty good, but it's got 200,000 miles on it. I mean, first of all, the waffle wheels are awesome. Semi-pop-up headlights are great. The designer of this car is very famous for designing a bunch of other stuff. I think it was the same guy who designed the Countach. But like, you got this big Impulse taillight. I'm not sure if you can see it right here, but it literally spells out Impulse in the taillight, which is awesome. And you can just see how big this collection is. I'm not sure how many cars are in here, but there is well more than enough to keep you busy for a few hours, like the Subaru Justy.
Not something like this somebody said everywhere.
We got a Renault Encore with manual transmission.
So, you want to buy?
Plymouth Scamp with the camper box in the back. Extremely cool.
Yes, camper for
Plymouth Arrow. Look at the graphics on this. Like, I'm not going to be the person that tells you over and over, oh, they don't make them like this anymore. No, the two things that automakers need to bring back are cool graphics and bright colors. Like, that is what we need in our cars to make them stop being so joyless. Very cool seats. Very cool. But again, you can tell this thing was just driven and loved and cared for and just used. Like, we got a Subaru Brat here. And like, again, these cars, they just don't exist in the wild. And if you find them on Facebook Marketplace, they're just beat to nuts. But it's just so cool to see it. Especially, look at this. It's been bedlined and everything. So somebody really loved and drove this car at the 5-speed. Very, very, very cool. Like, the fact that we can check these things out and experience them. Ram 50. Chevy Love. But certainly different than what I'm used to, but at the same time, part of this is these are the cars that I grew up with. I was born in the early 80s, so seeing these things all over again brings back such memories of growing up. The thing that I really want to show you is actually a little bit more of a personal history, and that is this guy right here, the Fiat X19. Like, hot brown, the brownest of browns. And like, not only is it brown outside, it is brown inside. It is brown on brown on brown, which is, again, the most 80s thing that you could possibly imagine. But this thing is just really cool. First of all, mid-engine, which is awesome. 2-seat coupe. It's got a target top, which is fantastic. They're not mechanically good cars. They're not rust-proofed at all. But when it comes to these blissfully cool 80s wedges, you just can't do any better than the X19. V is currently ogling this gorgeous Bricklin.
I've gone on Marketplace several times and looked for these.
They are not easy cars to care for by any stretch of the imagination. If you're unfamiliar with the history, please look it up. But these are total parts bin cars that Malcolm Bricklin made. But Malcolm Bricklin, who made these cars in Canada, is famous for being one of the first importers of Japanese cars. One of the things that he did early on was import the Subaru 360 into the United States. So the first true, people's K car. And here this Canadian businessman wanted to bring them into America. And unfortunately enough, it was a miserable failure because they were underpowered, too small, and just wouldn't work on American roads. And then turned around and made a muscle car for himself. So definitely a rarity and definitely an eye catcher. But so much cool stuff, like the Toyota Tercel wagon. These were 4-wheel drive and were just unstoppable, especially if it was stick. This one's 3-speed automatic, but again, it's in magnificent shape, original color, pinstripes. And my second grade teacher drove one of these in Burgundy. And in 1990, she had well over 200,000 miles on it, and I'm sure put another 200,000 on before she got rid of it. And oh, I almost forgot to show this prelude too, because it's burgundy on burgundy on burgundy. It is about as 1982 as humanly possible. But it has a backseat technically. Cute little notchback with a sunroof. Again, this car was loaded for the era. But I'm sure that if I put a key in this and started it up, it would still run another 100,000 miles. Because there's something to be said about an old Honda, regardless of which continent it was made on. But yeah, that's a quick tour of the auto museum here. And of course, I was asked to feature everything about these guys, because if you're in the central Illinois, kind of southwest of Chicago and Dwight, Illinois, it's on historic Route 66. Please, please, please check these guys out. The Crazy 80s Car Museum. Admission is free. Their hours are up and online, and if you call the guy on a day when he's not here, he'll be happy to come on down and chat these cars. So once again, Crazy 80s Car Museum. That's the phone number. Give them a call, look them up on Facebook, and absolutely come in here and check all this stuff out, because it is just dynamite. Okay, so now we have a question. Which of these wonderful wedges, the AW11 or the X19, what is the better 80s wedge?
I'm Italian, so I know how bad that is. Toyota.
Fair.
Also, I don't know, I think it aged slightly better. It's probably an easier car to own and live with. It definitely is.
It definitely has less rust than the X19. I mean,
Which is impressive.
Yes, I mean spiritually, the X19 was one of the cars
If they were
that
both new, the X19 is probably like a more like, mwah, chef's kiss, mamma mia, like, ooh, the engine noise, it's so slow and wedgy, but it's probably a better experience, but
I mean,
in this day and age, that's way easier.
yeah, I mean, the X19 is a spiritual favorite of mine, because it's one of the cars that dragged me back into the world of cars right before I hit JDM. So, like, the X19 is my spiritual favorite, but this one is just a dazzling JDM gem. I mean, this is a USDM car, but it is a Japanese car underneath, and it's just so good. So I don't have an opinion either way. I mean, like, how about this? Comment below, what's the better 80s wedge, the AW11 MR2 or the Fiat X19? I'm really curious to hear this.
Of course.
The Fiero. All right, hey everybody. Quick tail end on this video. Thanks for sticking with me. I know this is definitely a little bit different than the stuff I've been putting out. Definitely something that I wanted to show you guys, because it was just pretty cool across the board. Definitely going to be more Cars and Coffee stuff coming up in the near future, but up next we've got some pretty cool stuff following up on our cars. But quick shameless plug right now as I'm editing the video sometime around midnight on a Thursday. We do have some awesome new products up in our coffee store, so that's linked in the description below. If you want to show some love to what we do, feel free to check out some of those designs. Something very whimsical, some of our hoodies from the Japan trip, so go check that out. Appreciate everyone. Thanks for sticking with me, and we'll see you in the next one.